Well, I had dinner with a guy named David Van Benscoten, who ran the pension fund for General Mills. And he was a good friend and a good client. And he told me that he'd been running the plan for 14 years. And in the 14 years, their equity portfolio had never been above the 27th percentile of pension fund equity portfolios or below the 47th. So solidly in the second quarter for 14 years in a row. But interestingly, as a result, for the 14 years overall, they were in the 4th percentile. Now, that's incredible math. You would say, well, if you bounce back and forth between 27 and 47, on average, you're probably about 37. No, 4th. How could that be? And the answer turns out to be that most investors shoot for the stars and occasionally shoot themselves in the foot and wreck their record. And once you have a big loss, it takes a long time to get back to scratch. So I thought that was really important. So I wrote the first memo called The Route to Performance. As you say, it had a great impact on us. And I knew you were going to ask this question, so I went back and looked at the first memo. And it happens to say in there, simply put, what the pension fund's record tells me is that in equities, if you can avoid the losers and losing years, the winners will take care of themselves. And when we started Oaktree in 1995, I wrote that down, and that became our motto, and it still is. If you can avoid the losers, the winners will take care of themselves. I think that's an extremely important thing in investing. Investing success is not about swinging for the fences. It's about steady excellence, shall we say.
And it's interesting.